Welcome to the Buddhism Guide podcast. I'm Yeshi Rabgay, and this episode is called The Hidden Power of Buddhism. This podcast is free and independent due to member support, and thank you to everyone who supports the show. If you're interested in supporting my work, you can do so by visiting patreon.com/Buddhism Guide. And if you'd like to see more of my content, you can visit yeshirabgay.com. In this episode, I'll be talking about how Buddhist teachings on dependent origination can transform your life. So let's get started. Have you ever wondered why certain things happen in your life, or how your actions can influence the world around you? The Buddhist perspective on causes, conditions, and effects offers profound insight that can help us make sense of these questions. At its core, this perspective is grounded in the principle of dependent origination, which teaches that all phenomena arise because of specific causes and conditions. This isn't just a concept reserved for spiritual practice. It's a practical approach that can transform how we navigate our daily lives and make decisions. Think about it this way. Nothing in life happens in isolation. Everything is interconnected, and each event is the result of a complex web of factors coming together. By understanding these connections, we can take greater control over our lives. We can start to see how our actions, the conditions we create, and the outcomes we experience are all linked. This awareness encourages us to make more thoughtful and intentional choices, leading to more positive outcomes and fewer negative ones. Imagine you're trying to grow a beautiful garden. For the flowers to thrive, you need the right conditions: enough sunlight, water, fertile soil, and the right seeds. If any of these elements are missing, the garden won't flourish. Similarly, in our lives, achieving our goals requires aligning of various conditions and actions. If we want to improve our health, for example, we need to focus on nutritious eating, regular exercise, adequate rest, and stress management. Each of these actions contributes to the overall condition of good health. This pragmatic understanding of causes and conditions extends to our personal relationships as well. Imagine a friendship that has grown distant over time. By examining the causes and conditions that led to this distance, we might identify factors such as lack of communication, misunderstandings, or changes in life circumstances. Addressing these underlying causes by making an effort to communicate more openly, clarifying misunderstandings, and being sensitive to each other's needs can help restore and strengthen the relationship. Recognizing the interconnected nature of our actions and their impacts on others can lead to more harmonious and fulfilling connections. One practical application of the Buddhist perspective on causes, conditions, and effects is the practice of mindfulness. Mindfulness involves paying attention to the present moment with a non-judgmental attitude. By cultivating mindfulness, we can become more aware of the causes and conditions that shape our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. For example, if we notice that we often feel stressed after spending too much time on social media, mindfulness can help us recognize this pattern. Armed with this awareness, we can choose to limit our social media usage or engage in activities that promote relaxation, thereby creating more conducive conditions for well-being. In a similar vein, Understanding the principle of causes, conditions, and effects can enhance our problem-solving skills. When faced with a challenge, instead of immediately seeking a solution, we can first analyze the factors that contribute to the problem. For instance, if a project at work is not progressing as planned, we might consider whether the team has clear goals, adequate resources, and effective communication. By addressing these underlying conditions, we can create an environment that is more conducive to success. This approach not only helps resolve the immediate issue, but also prevents similar problems from arising in the future. One of the profound teachings of Buddhism is that our lives are not isolated, individual experiences, but rather intricate, interconnected tapestries woven from countless actions and reactions. This understanding brings a heightened awareness of how every decision we make can have a far-reaching consequence, both seen and unseen. It encourages us to act with intention and mindfulness, knowing that our choices contribute to the larger web of existence. Moreover, the Buddhist perspective encourages us to adopt a sense of responsibility for our actions and their outcomes. Recognizing that our actions have ripple effects can motivate us to make choices that contribute positivity to our lives and the lives of others. For example, practicing kindness and compassion can create a supportive and uplifting environment befitting not only ourselves, but also those around us. By being mindful of the causes and conditions we cultivate, we can contribute to a more positive and interconnected world. The principle of dependent origination also highlights the importance of adaptability. Since conditions are constantly changing, being flexible and open to change can help us navigate life's uncertainties. Consider the example of a business adapting to market trends. By staying attuned to changing consumer preferences and technological advances, a business can adjust its strategies and offerings to meet new demands. Similarly, in our personal lives, being open to change allows us to respond effectively to new opportunities and challenges, fostering growth and resilience. In practical terms, we can apply the Buddhist perspective to goal setting and personal development. When setting goals, it's important to consider the necessary conditions for achieving them. For instance, if we aspire to learn a new skill, we need to allocate time for practice, seeking out resources and guidance, and maintaining a consistent effort. By acknowledging the causes and conditions that contribute to our progress, we can create a supportive environment for achieving our goals. Additionally, this approach encourages us to be patient and persistent, recognizing that meaningful change often requires sustained effort over time. Another example of applying the Buddhist perspective is in managing emotions. Emotions are complex experiences that arise from a combination of internal and external factors. By examining the causes and conditions that trigger our emotions, we can develop strategies to manage them more effectively. For instance, if we notice that certain situations consistently lead to feelings of anger, we can explore the underlying causes, such as unmet needs or unresolved conflicts. By addressing these root causes and adopting coping mechanisms like deep breathing or positive self-talk, we can create healthier emotional responses. Furthermore, the principle of causes, conditions, and effects can inform our understanding of habits and behaviors. Habits are often the result of repeated actions and their associated conditions. For example, a habit of procrastination may develop because of factors like fear of failure or lack of motivation or even unclear goals. By identifying these contributing conditions, we can take steps to alter them, such as breaking tasks into small and manageable steps or setting clearer objectives and rewarding progress. This process of understanding and modifying the conditions that support habits can lead to more constructive and beneficial behaviors. In the realm of education, the Buddhist perspective can offer valuable insights into effective teaching and learning. Educators can create conducive learning environments by considering the causes and conditions that facilitate student engagement and understanding. For instance, providing clear explanations, fostering a supportive classroom atmosphere, and encouraging active participation are all conditions that enhance the learning experience. Similarly, students can take responsibility for their own learning by recognizing the importance of consistent effort, curiosity, and seeking help when needed. This collective approach creates a dynamic and effective educational environment. The Buddhist perspective on causes, conditions, and effects also has profound implications for social change and community development. Social issues such as poverty, inequality, and environmental degradation are often the result of intricate and interrelated factors. Addressing these challenges necessitates a holistic understanding of the root causes and conditions that perpetuate them. Consider the issue of poverty. Efforts to alleviate poverty might involve not just providing immediate relief, but also improving access to education, healthcare, and economic opportunities. By tackling these fundamental causes and fostering supportive conditions, communities can work towards sustainable and positive change. This approach acknowledges that poverty is not merely an individual problem, but a social one that requires collective effort and systematic systems. Furthermore, the principle of dependent origination can also inform our approach to conflict resolution. Conflicts often arise from a web of misunderstandings, differing perspectives, and unmet needs. By examining these underlying causes and conditions, we can develop strategies to address them and find more common ground. Effective communication, active listening, and empathy are conditions that facilitate conflict resolution. By fostering these conditions, individuals and groups can work towards peaceful and constructive solutions, transforming conflicts into opportunities for growth and understanding. In a world that is increasingly interconnected, the Buddhist perspective reminds us of the importance of compassion and collective responsibility. It encourages us to look beyond immediate appearance and consider the deeper causes and conditions that shape our experiences. By doing so, we can contribute to creating a more just, equitable, and harmonious society where the well-being of all is a shared priority. The Buddhist perspective on causes, conditions, and effects encourages us to view life as a dynamic and interconnected web. This viewpoint fosters a sense of interconnectedness and compassion, as we recognize that our actions impact not only ourselves, but also others. For example, practicing gratitude can create a positive ripple effect, enhancing our own well-being and inspiring others to adopt a grateful mindset. By cultivating positive causes and conditions, we contribute to a cycle of goodness and well-being that extends beyond ourselves. The Buddhist perspective on causes, conditions, and effects offers a pragmatic and insightful framework for understanding and negotiating life's complexities. By recognizing the interconnected nature of our actions and their outcomes, we can make more informed and intentional choices. This approach empowers us to take responsibility for our lives, cultivating positive conditions and contributing to the well-being of ourselves and others. Whether applied to personal development, relationships, education, or social change, the principles of dependent origination provide valuable guidance for creating a more mindful, compassionate, and harmonious world. That's it for this episode. I hope you find it of some benefit, and don't forget to check out my website, yeshirabgay.com, or follow me on Instagram at yeshi_rabgay. So, until next time, bye for now.